I 38 male am still processing this past Christmas. Feels like I walked onto the set of a bizarre family drama. Needed to share this somewhere. Christmas Day. My older brother Mark, his wife Karen 43, their kids Chloe 18 and Josh 16, and my parents Frank 70M and Mary 68F. I'm a token single, childless guy. You know the type. Always available, rarely considered. I have a decent job, save my money. Live quietly. The usual passive-aggressive jabs started early. Still no ring on that finger, Alex? Karen would ask, a little too loudly. Mark would follow with something about Chloe being practically grown and me not even off the starting blocks. My parents would just sigh in my general direction. It's a well-rehearsed routine. The main event unfolded after dinner. Chloe was excitedly talking about a gap year in Europe she wanted before university. Sounded like a great experience. Karen then let out a theatrical sigh. Oh, if only, with the mortgage and Josh's orthodontist bills. Mark seized the moment, looking directly at me. Well, Alex, you got all those savings, right? No wife, no kids, no real-life expenses. What are you actually doing with it? Before I could form a reply, Karen piled on. He's absolutely right, Alex. You hardly spend on yourself. That money could give Chloe a life-changing experience. Then my own father, Frank, delivered the kicker. Son, they have a point. In your current situation, you're a bit of a waste of space, financially speaking. That money isn't doing anything. Helping Chloe would give your savings purpose. My mother, Mary, actually nodded in agreement. It will be a wonderful gift, dear, for the family. Even Josh, bless his cotton socks, piped up, yeah, Uncle Alex, you don't need it. I just sat there stunned. Not the request, but the sheer audacity. Waste of space. My savings needed purpose defined by them. Something inside me didn't yell. It just went ice cold. I smiled. A calm, almost serene smile. You know what? I said gently. You're absolutely right. The sudden shift in their expressions was almost comical. Chloe, I continued, a gap year sounds incredible. How much do you think you'd need? She looked at her parents, then back at me. Oh, maybe like $15,000? For flights, hostels, the works? Mark and Karen exchanged a quick, triumphant glance. Consider done, I said. My Christmas gift. The room erupted in relief and fawning praise. Oh, Alex, you're a lifesaver. Knew you'd see sense. I excused myself, saying I needed to make a quick online transfer. Went into their study. Logged into my main savings account, the one with around $20,000 I'd meticulously saved for a down payment on a small apartment. I transferred precisely $15,000 to Mark's account. Transaction note, Chloe's gap year fund. Happy Christmas. I walked back in. All done, I announced. Money's in your account, Mark. More pats on the back. More syrupy thanks. I played along for another hour, then said I had an early start and needed to leave. I didn't go home. I drove to a 24-hour mart, bought a new SIM card and a cheap burner phone, went to an ATM, withdrew my daily limit from my checking, found a budget motel. The next morning, Boxing Day, I made moves. Emailed my landlord, 30 days notice. Vague about a sudden job, offer elsewhere. Emailed my boss. Requested all accrued leave, effective immediately, citing a pressing family emergency, which in a way it was. Found a basic, furnished short-term, let a few hours away online. Paid the deposit via credit card. It wasn't much, but it was available immediately. 3 days later, I switched on my old phone. Curiosity, I guess. 17 missed calls from Mark. 11 from Karen. 8 from Mom. 5 from Dad. A delightful collection of voicemails. Mark's first few were annoyed. Alex, where are you? Karen needs your help with the Christmas takedown. Then confused. Alex, your landlord called me about you moving out? What's going on? Then pure, unadulterated panic. Alex, that $15,000. That was the core payment for our new CAR. We were going to surprise the kids. We thought you were just helping out. Not that it was the entire sum we needed from you. Karen's in hysterics. We need that money back, Alex. The dealership needs the full amount by tomorrow. Karen's voicemails were a symphony of shrieks about how I'd ruined Christmas. How dare I? They relied on me for this car. My mom, Alex, dear, please call. Mark is very upset. There's been a terrible misunderstanding about the money for the car. Chloe's trip can wait, surely. Don't be so difficult. My dad, son, this isn't like you. You gave them that money for their needs. Pulling the rug out now is childish. Call your brother and sort this out. The sheer blinkered entitlement. Not one, are you okay? Just demands. They heard gift for Chloe and immediately saw our new car financed. I smiled, switched the old phone off, tossed the SIM. I'm currently holed up in my new, Spartan apartment. It's quiet. So, Reddit, AITA, for just leaving and letting them deal with their car chaos? I really don't think so. Update 1, 2 weeks later. Hey, everyone. Thanks for all the support on my original post. It really helped to know I'm not totally off my rocker. As many of you predicted, the drama didn't end with those voicemails. About 5 days after I vanished, my burner phone rang. Unknown number. It was Aunt Patty, Mom's sister. Usually sweet, if a bit of gossip. I suspect Mom, in her distress, probably gave Patty the new number I'd left for absolute emergencies. Alex, honey? It's Aunt Patty. Your mother is worried sick, and Mark and Karen are beside themselves. Me, hi Aunt Patty. I'm fine, just taking some time for myself. Patty, well, time for yourself is one thing, but you've really left them in a terrible bind. That money, Alex, they were absolutely counting on it for their new car. Chloe is devastated. Apparently, the gap year was just a maybe someday idea. The car was the real pressing need they assumed you'd help with. The narrative was already shifting. The gap year I was giving purpose to my savings for was now an afterthought. Me, Aunt Patty, I gave them $15,000 as a gift for Chloe's gap year, after they called me a waste of space for having savings that weren't serving them. If they chose to earmark that for something else entirely, that's their problem. Patty sighs dramatically, oh, Alex, you're taking that waste of space thing far too literally. They were just joking, trying to encourage you. And now they're going to lose the deposit on the car, and it's a special order. Karen said you always helped them bridge gaps before. Me, they assumed wrong. My money, my decision. I'm done, Aunt Patty. Click. Blocked her number. Then came dirty trick number 1, courtesy of my dear brother, Mark. I got an email forwarded from my old work address. My boss is a decent guy and gave me a heads up, saying he didn't buy it. It was from Mark, CCing our entire extended family, and some of my work colleagues he had email addresses for. Subject, concern for Alex, urgent. The email was a masterwork of manipulation. Painted him as the worried older brother. Alex has disappeared, behaving erratically, emptied his savings. We're worried he's having a breakdown, made some strange accusations at Christmas. If anyone sees him, please contact us. We just want to get him help. The clear implication. I was mentally unstable and financially irresponsible. Low blow. Simultaneously, dirty trick 2. My parents, Frank and Mary, actually showed up in my old apartment building. My former landlord called me, said they were harassing other tenants, asking if anyone had seen me, crying about their missing, vulnerable son. They even tried to get the landlord to open up my old apartment. He, thankfully, told them to get lost. They left a tear-stained note, begging me to come home and stop this foolishness. We forgive you. Forgive me. That was the absolute limit. The email trying to paint me as unhinged. I wasn't just going to hide. I hired a lawyer, Ms. Albright. She doesn't mess around. First, cease and desist. Ms. Albright drafted a C&D letter to Mark regarding the defamatory email, demanded a full retraction sent to the same mailing list, and an apology. It made clear any further attempts to contact me directly or slander me would result in immediate legal action. All future family communication must go via her office. Sent registered mail and email to his work. Second, the gift clarification. This was genius. The letter stated, regarding the $15,000 transferred on December 25th, this was explicitly gifted for Chloe, last name, as educational gap year, as per the discussion initiated by Mark and Karen, last name. Should these funds not be used for Chloe's educational gap year within a reasonable time frame, e.g., 12 months from deferral of university studies, proof of which may be requested, Mr., my last name, reserves the right to reclaim said gift due to significant misrepresentation of its intended use. Boom. They want the money? Chloe better pack her bags. Fallout? Mark didn't send a retraction, of course. But he did call Ms. Albright's office, blustering. She apparently told him, very calmly, that his next communication should be from his own legal counsel. He hung up. Karen tried my burner. Patty must have passed it on before I blocked her, or perhaps my mom did in another wave of concern. Voicemail. Sobbing. Alex, how could you get lawyers involved? This is family. Mark was just worried. You're tearing this family apart. Chloe can't go on her trip now because we needed that money for the car. You've ruined her dreams and our finances. The mental gymnastics are gold medal worthy. A cousin who's always been quietly decent messaged me after Mark's email, which she also received. She said Mark and Karen had been openly bragging in a New Year's Eve family get-together, pre-Christmas drama, about the new luxury SUV they were ordering and how Uncle Alex was going to help make it happen, and that they put down a rather large, and she thought non-refundable, deposit. So their car fantasy predated even my gift. My parents are silent, probably spooked by real legal correspondence. This isn't over. Ms. Albright is giving them a short window before formally requesting their detailed plans for Chloe's gap year fund usage. They call me a waste of space. They're about to learn this waste of space has teeth, and a very good lawyer. Feels strangely liberating.